Hey guys, it's your favorite Uncle Nate live stream. It's this, I call this the impossible all new live stream here in Golda Meir Plaza. Right before I think Raptor Johnny comes, the impossible happened. They got a security permit to go protest in front of Golda Meir statue. And I'm out of cigarettes, which is even worse. I might have to smoke like the shitty cigarettes. So here I am where I usually am, the CVS, the loss prevention cameras, this Metropolitan Bank, Joe's Pizza, the statue, everything, Times Square, Superman. But look at this, where I did that, and I was like, where are the defenders of Israel? Apparently nowhere to be found. This is something I never thought would happen, ever. You know? This is the establishing shot. It's a public plaza. There's no reasonable expectation of privacy. If there were police here, it's like, stay back. I'm back 500 feet. Okay? Now, since there's no chatters or likes, and they're doing some sort of live stream jamming, it's gonna be like, you know, this is a public square. If you want to go home, all of you go home now. Violence could erupt. Not a family event. Me, because of my cortisol addiction, and my birds especially, I'm just gonna do what I do normally and put some Ritz crackers in the middle of this shit. I'm gonna summon my friend from climate change, Albert Arnold Gore III, known to me as Merit. Even if he's utterly fictional and imaginary, he's gonna show up here, you know, like Godzilla or Optimus Prime. I'm gonna drag him out of his comfy climate change fortress just to fucking appear, because he's already there. And here I am just recording, okay? Usually there's a bus, you see that Nicki Minaj type stuff. That is a building really high, no aliens coming to destroy us. All we're doing is like, the only danger is bikes and traffic. Try not to get killed by bicyclists, jeeps, vans, or anything. Stay near the corners. This is your only protection in New York. Following the traffic rules. Okay? Now, a lot of people are very blasé about this, but you know, this is the opportunity. There's the young bucks here from the cartels or the young things, but the sheer balls and audacity of this, you know? And usually there's the guy, it's like no smoking around here, you know? This is me, like, you know, I don't know what's gonna happen next, guys. Like, you know. And as you can see, everybody's doing their job. You know? This is a very well protected, secure area. I mean, ma'am is right there. You know? I'm here to feed the pigeons, that's all. Starving children, sure, but you know. And they're doing bomb stuff. Ma'am, what do you think about all this? Yeah, no? What is the point of all this? Many sergeants and chiefs are here. This is becoming more of a law enforcement rally than anything. So I'm just waiting. What happens next? There's like a Godzilla monster. Whoa. Alright, so how do you have the discipline not to look at that? And then they have this huge fishing pole flag right here. You know? Should you be summoning some Israeli dragons? All I'm waiting for is like people with portable like angle grinders to try and attack, and no, not today. I mean, I'm a Filipino third world, but man's been nice to me. And they even have midgets. Great. There should be more little people representation, you know? Like doing pyramids or something. I'm supposed to be home with my wife, actually. Yeah? I'm not even a journalist. I'm just a guy. So anyway, where are the pigeons? I remember Brief doing this. That's why he was smiling, by the way. You know? Ever since that 345 Park Avenue stuff, where are the pigeons? I seen this. It's just like, you know, somebody was going to deface the St. Michael the Archangel statue, and the lady was like, there. Like, you're not going to do that. In return, you guys aren't going to do that. This is a protected area. Sacred, holy ground. Is this Ritz? Merritt, you had better fucking come here right now. I swear to God. I'm useless, harmless, and utterly devoid of magic. You better come with your climate change shit. Evil murderers. I don't give a shit. Here I am just standing. There's a Hasidic man. Where's Chabad and all this? And all U.S. aid to Israel. How? I mean, if the organizer came up here with like a hacksaw, it's like, don't do that. Please don't. You know? I have 2,200 videos here. Deleted. And tomorrow this will be all gone, right? Promise? Dispersed? Looks peaceful. I mean, the guy's enjoying peanuts. So yeah, there's nothing to be worried about. I'm just worried about like vehicular manslaughter, somebody going nuts, and most likely this, you know. Golden Meir is like a grandmother. She doesn't throttle me, you know this. Yeah, nothing's gonna happen, right? Just like yesterday, nothing's gonna happen to that 345. Where are my birds? Pigeons. Oh God. I'm gonna have to smoke this crappy stepped yuck. You know, perimeter is cool, but I want to get peanuts now. Like, where's the peanut vendor? Okay, good. I think they're moving, right? No? I don't think there's like anti-magic, anti-Satanism guys. They don't really teach that. But just in case, you know, property damage. Just had the harmless sacrifice. Oh, gross. Oh, God. Worst. Gore ain't showing. Oh, well. Typical. I don't see nothing. I'll tell you, man. Hello. So because there's a jammer, I can't do live streaming. So this is time delayed. Maybe 30 minutes later, an hour. You know, I'm supposed to be home with my wife. But because of the cortisol addiction, it's just, I can't leave. You know those little rats that just challenge a cat? It's like, let me get in that belly. It's pretty much like that. Why is it like this? Literally, focus. Let's focus on the ringleaders. They might start stripping, which again, you know, it is 100 degrees. Why are they all wearing pants? That's my question. I'm not even trying to do a comedy bit. It's been 9 minutes and 9:29. As long as I'm not on the radar. I'm supposed to be an invisible Asian male ninja. You know. And I don't see anybody else recording, by the way. Am I the only one allowed? Wow. Where is all their coverage? This might be the only video. I make sure I'm neutral, helpful, and absolutely unaffiliated with anything here at all. Where are all the Catholics? I might do a rosary crusade. I already did a rosary. All I know is like everybody's very highly disciplined and they're moving on. Good, good, good. I hope they move to a Church of Holy Innocents because this is a very sacred space for ma'am. I feed pigeons here all the time, you know? And I get to listen in on law enforcement, which is very cool, you know? You guys should not listen. You should like, you know, close all your ears. Oh, some of them are even smiling. Boy, if you see some of these smiles, Mr. Trump would be like, hubba hubba. But anyway, they're moving on to Bryant Park. The sheer discipline here. The unimpressed. It's like, yeah, you know. No other Asians are recording, which is pretty cool. Oh, sorry. I make sure I record the ground. You see my feet? But you can hear it. I can't help the audio is loud, you know? And here comes my biker gangs. Great. So at least it's not a bus, a truck, a U-Haul, or nothing. You know? And then they're like, no smoking. But, you know. So there is representation. Asian body cam right there. At this point, I'm surprised none of the Palestinian people are smoking. That's like, you know, public rebellion rule number 1. You respect the no smoking sign. I don't know what's going on here. It's like you're not serious. You know? For public inciting of violence or something, nobody's smoking. I'm the only one. I'm the only one recording. I must be controlled opposition. It's gotta be there. I'm the only one allowed to do it right. Because I'm harmless. As long as you don't swing on anybody. Do not lunge for weapons. Bad idea. So anyway, back to the coverage. I have an exclusive here. I mean, you know, there's no other like Fox News or CNN or anything. No coverage at all. Absolutely nothing. I'm the only one. They can't live stream because there's a jammer. I tried. You know, but nobody ever thought, let's record something and then post it later. That's odd. You know what I mean? This chase is very safe. I did a recording there once. I did a recording there here. I did a recording with Bodie over here. And they're moving on. Go to the Church of Holy Innocents, you know? We want to convert you all to Catholicism. And that's him. You know? The chief. The deputy chief, chief deputy. Baudette, Timothy, you know? Famous to me. Hey, look. I have all these crackers. Hi, bird. See, I promised you. It's Ritz crackers. Yeah. You know, there's not a lot of balancing press. I'm utterly neutral in all this. One, I'm not being brutalized or tased with a baton. All I do is feed pigeons and birds and pigeons. And you see, this pigeon or fallow. Why did you leave? Ingrates. I had a nice shot. What do you think, ma'am? I mean, you know, you're a statue and you can't talk, but you can see, right? There you go. Isn't that great? Sometimes they spit, sometimes they paint. But, you know, it's a mostly peaceful rally. So far, nothing happened. I'm glad Merritt's here, by the way. Only he could suggest, like, whisper, how about you move down the block? When I was asked to move, I moved. You know? And I'm surprised nobody is recording me. I must be invisible. I have achieved invisible Asian male ninja. Oh, if Nick could see me now, like from ninjutsu, you know? Eat the rich, yeah, I guess. But if you vomit the rich, what are you gonna do? Who's gonna clean it up? This man, this looks like a meritorious guy right there. So, you know, he only sent one guy. My partner only sent one guy. From all the people of climate change, he just said, yeah, I'm gonna have a guy walk through here and it's gonna calm down. Hey pal, how you doing? You don't fear me, right? Don't fly away. Stay here with me. They never do. Where is my bird backup? K9 has backup. I don't even have bird backup. They just fly away. Oh, the Jinn are here. Certain late ass Jinn fuckers, right? Again, United. It's just like what I learned in the UN. You don't attack the attacker. You shield the attacked with your body. You know, the big guy. I'm not even recording butts right now, and I could have. You should have seen that one over there. You know, it's not really prayer in interest. It's an interest of keeping it at peace. Be at peace, all of you. Don't swing. You know, I'd love to start a race war, but it's just not going to start. You know, like ma'am doesn't want it. Okay? We're all needed against some alien threat. So you see aliens, you know, Earth is well defended. Not by me, but by all these people. Don't even try landing here. You'll get there like, you know, you're interrupting our Palestine rally. You're interrupting our peacekeeping. They'll gang up on you, aliens. How's the Ritz? You like it? Hi. There's more over here. Don't worry. Oh, get scared all the time. But again, you know, it's like, to me, celebs. You know, how do you control 300,000 or million people just by presence, command presence alone? I'm here to learn. Even though I'm not suited. Right, ma'am? I'm surprised nobody formed the line, you shall not pass. In fact, this, you know? Just in case, because I have to go home to my wife. So, in case something happens to me tomorrow, 30th, when Raptor Johnny comes, it's been nice being your Uncle Nate, you know? I never know what happens tomorrow. God might wake me up or he won't. But, you know, I had thought to live longer than this. Be a good boy, finish all your college. My unborn son, daughter, whatever you are. This is what daddy does for work. You know? I don't know what happens next.